Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. For today's box opening, we've got a Jumpstart 2022 booster box. So let's crack this thing open, get familiar with the set. I've opened a few of these on the channel, had some really good luck, also had some bad luck. So yeah, let's just enjoy the ride. If you're not aware, the Jumpstart product, this particular one, not the set-specific one, there's a total of 834 cards. Those cards are distributed amongst 46 different themes, and there are 121 total variants that you can get out of one of these packs. So with that, let's open up pack number one, see what theme and what variant we get, and what value we see. So with these, we are going to have to slice open the back card. Don't worry, the back cards are always basic lands. All right, so we are going to start off with a Merfolk. So this is just going to be what they call a common theme. So that means there are 4 variants of this. And we're going to see a Svem of Sea and Sky coming in as our mythic hit here, valued just over $1. Then we're going to see a Synchronized Eviction, a Mero Rajiri coming in the anime treatment, a River Sneak, a Wind Rider Patrol, a Merfolk Pupil, Soul Reed, Triton Shore Stalker, a Water Trap Weaver, a Saltwater Stalwart, and then One with the Wind, with a Crashing Tide, and then our Thriving Isle, and the rest should all be basic lands. They are. All right, fantastic. So what we're really shooting for are what they call mythic themes, which means that there's only one variant. So every single mythic theme, no matter what box you get it from, will always have the exact same cards. But that's where the high dollar cards are sitting. All right, so we've got Fangs here out of black. This is going to be another common theme. And we're going to see Tivash Gloom Summoner with an Oathsworn Vampire. That's definitely anime right there. A Blood Artist, followed by a Blood Bond Vampire, an Ancient Creeping Bloodsucker, a Vampire Envoy, Marauding Blight Priest, Nirkana Assassin, Moment of Craving, Ill-Gotten Inheritance, and a Certain Death with a Thriving Moor, and our basic swamps in the back. So this set currently has 12 cards valued over $10, 14 cards valued over $5, and 64 cards valued over $1. In case you weren't keeping track, that's a total of 90 cards valued over $1 in this set, which is pretty darn good, I would say, for Jumpstart. All right, so here we go. So we got Unlucky 13. So this is what they call a mythic theme. There is only one variant of this, so you're guaranteed to see the exact same cards in every Unlucky 13. So let's see what we get here. So our first card is going to be a Tree of Perdition. This is going to be a pretty decent hit valued at $7. And then right behind that, we're going to see Triskaphelidelphobia. Yeah, that thing. All right, then we get a Sling Gang Lieutenant, a Disciple of Perdition, a Ruthless Disposal, an Exsanguate, a Blight Keeper, a Gnawing Zombie, a Skirtsdag Supplicant, Soul Cage Fiend, with a Dread Rider, a Tragic Slip, a Piranha Marsh, a Thriving Moor, and our basic swamps in the back. So even though that was a mythic theme, and it did contain a mythic card, not all mythic themes contain mythics, and not all rare themes only contain rares. Every single Jumpstart theme has at least one rare or mythic, regardless of how many different variants there are and the rarity of the particular theme. All right, so this time we've got Shapeshifters. This is going to be another mythic theme coming out of blue. So let's see what hits we get in here. We're going to see a Pirated Copy coming in. This is going to be a pretty good hit at $17. So we'll definitely hold on to that. And then we're going to see a Gigantoplasm coming in right behind it with a Mirror Image, Bloodline Pretender, Lookout's Dispersal, Heirloom Blade, Universal Automation, an Amoeboid Changeling, a Mistwalker, followed by Lajara Kinseekers, Chilling Trap, Crashing Tide, and our Thriving Isle with our basic islands. So very cool. So 2 mythic themes so far. I think the best I've ever done is 4 mythic themes in a single box. So let's see if we can at least tie that. When you get 4 mythic themes, you're doing pretty darn good. All right, so we got ourselves a holy here. Holy's going to be out of white, and it's just going to be a common theme, but that does not mean that there is not value. So we're going to see a Blessed Sanctuary coming in, an Angelic Cub, an Emancipation Angel, Gold Knight Commander, Miraculous Recovery, followed by a Chains of Custody, Angelic Page, Pilgrim of the Ages, Pildrap Rescuer, Anointer of Valor, Light of Hope, a Divine Arrow, and our Thriving Heath with our basic planes. And I'm just fanning them out just in case there happens to be a random card in the back. I have seen that happen once before, and if it's there, I want to show it to you. I really don't know why they double-sleeved these. All right, so we are going to see Gross. This is going to be another common out of black with a Deathbringer Regent coming in as our rare, with a Plaguecrafter, Skull Slither Worm, Growl Worm, Deathwind, Blight Keeper, Durable Coilbug, a Dune Beetle, a Devouring Swarm, Eaten Alive, Grotesque Mutation, an Infernal Idol, and a Thriving Moor, followed by our basic swamps. Very cool. What's everyone's opinion on this Jumpstart? Not not Phyrexia All Be One Jumpstart, not Dominaria United Jumpstart, or Brothers War, or any of the other set specifics. Are people open to this set? Do people hate it? Does the word Jumpstart give you shivers now? Let me know in the comments. All right, so we got Detective, another common theme, but we're going to see Teferi's Puzzle Box coming in. This is going to be a $4 hit for us, followed by a Psychosis Crawler. Then we're going to see a Hold for Questioning, a Magnifying Glass, an Ornithage, Talarian Kraken, followed by a Floodhound, Vidalcan Engineer, an Aeronaut Tinkerer, a Drownyard Explorers, Press for Answers, Jace's Scrutiny, with a Thriving Isle, and our basic islands. All right, last theme pack to go in stack number 1. And make sure you stay tuned to the end for the full MTG box analysis. I'll break down how many rares, commons, mythic themes we saw, what the value of everything is, duplication, all the other metrics that you've ever wanted to know about a box. We have that at the end of every single video. All right, so we have Merfolk. I believe this is the second time we've seen Merfolk. However, it doesn't mean that the cards in here are exactly the same, because Merfolk's a common, so there are 4 variants. So let's see. So we are going to see a different one. So we're going to see a Seafloor Oracle coming in as our rare, with a Mero Rajiri, River Sneak, Sage of the Falls, Aquatic Incursion, Soul Reed, Triton Shorestalker, Shaper Apprentice, a Water Trap Weaver, Storm Sculptor, One with the Wind, another Crashing Tide, and a Thriving Isle. So very similar, but our rare was different, and I bet 1 or 2 of the commons or uncommons in the middle was also different. All right, so this time we are going to see Treasure coming out of red. So it's our first red theme. And we're going to see the Goldspan Dragon coming in. This is currently valued over $13 right now from the Jumpstart set, despite some recent reprints. All right, and then we get a Blood Aspirant, a Rapacious Dragon, Kuldotha Flame Fiend, Blaze, Goldhound, Vault Robber, Brazen Freebooter, the Dutiful Replicator, with a Gold Vein Pick, a Big Score, Welding Sparks, a Thriving Bluff, and our Mountains. Fantastic. All right, so we've already hit 2 cards valued over $10. We only have 10 more to go before we hit the full cycle. I don't think it's going to happen. It hasn't happened in any previous box openings, but we got ourselves Urza. So this is our Mythic theme number 3. So this is going to be a great theme for us. So we are going to see Karn Liberated coming in, currently valued just over $13, and right behind it, we get the Walking Ballista. So the Walking Ballista currently valued over $14. So I told you that was going to be a really good theme. So we'll just put all those down there. And then we got our Golem Artisan, a Meteor Golem, a Planner Atlas, an Urza's Factory, Lochthwain Gargoyle, the Ruined Servitor, the Mannequin, Thought Mage's Familiar, Universal Solvent, then the Alchemist's Vial, an Expedition Map, which is valued over $3 as a common. And then in the back, what we're going to see is 3 Urza's Towers, 2 Urza's Power Plants, and 2 Urza's Mines. And I believe these lands are valued right around $1 a piece. So that is a fantastic... so far, this is an amazing box. All right, 3 Mythic themes, 4 cards valued over $10. Told you it's possible. All right, we are going to see the Eldrazi theme. This is going to be another Mythic theme. All right, so this is our 4th Mythic theme, and this should hold some value. We are going to see the World Breaker coming in. The World Breaker only valued at $1.62 as a Mythic, but very cool art on that. And right behind that, we're going to see the Endbringer coming in. Very nice to see that as well. Followed by that, we got the Brood Monitor, the Ruin in Their Wake, a Planner Atlas, Titan's Presence, Blister Pod, Stalking Drone, Scion Summoner, Warden of Geometries, an Ancient Stirrings, Unnatural Aggression, a Warped Landscape, an Ash Barrens, a Wastes, and some forests in the back. Very cool. So even though that was a Mythic theme, right, and I'll just pull back up to the beginning, right, so it was a Mythic theme, and we saw a Mythic World Breaker and an Endbringer in this particular one. I don't believe the Endbringer is going to be valued over $1, and the World Breaker is only valued, where is it, at $1.62. So just because you get a Mythic theme doesn't mean it has Mythic value. Just wanted to kind of point that out. I also wanted to double check. All right, so now we're going to see Gross. Gross is going to be just a common out of black. And it's going to include a Mythic Massacre Worm. Very cool to see a Mythic hit there, valued just over $3. Then we're going to see a Skull Slither Worm, a Plague Crafter, a Leech-Ridden Swamp, a Yargle Glutton of Urborg with an Infernal Idol, a Blight Keeper, a Black Cat, a Durable Coil Bug, a Devouring Swarm, Eaten Alive, Grotesque Mutation, Strangling Spores with a Thriving Moor, and our Swamps in the back. Very cool. 4 Mythic themes. Can we hit 5 and break the record? All right, so we're just going to see Cats out of white. Cats is just going to be a common theme. And inside, we're going to see a Leonin War Leader, valued just around $3, with an Ingenious Leonin, King of the Pride, Savannah Lions, Make a Stand, Leonin Snarecaster, a Pouncing Lynx, a Skyhunter Prowler, Basari's Acolyte, a Leonin Scimitar with an impeccable timing, and a Weight of Consciousness and a Thriving Heath. And there's our planes in the back. And, got the cats over here. I was trying to do basically like a little slash of Jumpstart and kind of put 2 playmats together. This is what I came up with. That's the special effects that we've got on this channel. All right, so we are going to see Fiery coming out of red, just a common theme, with a Magmatic Channeler coming in as our rare, with a second rare, Banefire, neither of which are high value. Then we get a Chandra's Preling, Coldborn Entity, Flames of the Firebrand, Chandra's Spitfire, Blister Spit Gremlin, Goblin Researcher, with a Wildfire Elemental, Pillar of Flame, a Thrill of Possibility, a Fiery Intervention with a Thriving Bluff, and our regular mode Mountains in the back. All right, fantastic. All right, we've got Law coming in out of white. This is just going to be another common theme. And we're going to see an Archon of Justice coming in as our rare, with a magnanimous magistrate and arrest, a righteousness, Valorious stance, Gideon's lawkeeper with a ninth bridge patrol, Kami of ancient law, midnight guard, night guard patrol, sky hunter patrol, divine verdict, a thriving heath, and our planes. So lots of law and order in that particular set. All right, next up, we've got Constellation. So this is going to be a rare theme, which means that there's two variants. And behind it, we are going to see an Archon of Sun's Grace coming in. Very cool card. Lots of fun to play with enchantments. And then you get a Sage's Reverie, Blessed Spirits, Favored Ionis, Spectral Steel, Custody of Chains, The Glory Bearers, Transcendent Envoy, Captivating Unicorn, Forced Worship, Pious Wayfarer, Spirited Companion, and our Thriving Heath, with our regular old planes in the back. All right, so that takes us through 2/3 of the box. Moving into the final stack here. I want to add one more $10 card to our pile down at the bottom. All right, so we get Morbid here out of black. This is going to be another rare theme. And with it, we're going to see a Priest of Bloodright coming in as our rare. With a second rare, Skirtstag High Priest coming in. With a Maruk Banshee. That's the cover art for the theme. Reassembling Skeleton. The Bone Picker. Vampiric Rites. Suspicious Shambler. Wake Dancer. Tragic Slip. Liliana Steward. The Village Rites. The Reeve Soul. The Mortuary Mire. The Thriving Moor, and our Swamps. And I just meant to make a third stack. There we go. Just so I've got some room. Try to keep everything on camera for you all. All right, so we're finally going to see our second green one here. So we are going to see Wolves, which is just another common theme. But this is going to include a mythic Master of the Wild Hunt. Very nice to see that mythic. With a mild-mannered librarian, a Howlgeist, Moonlit Hunt, Arlen, Voice of the Pack in anime, with a young wolf, persistent wolf, and pestilent wolf, with a bounding wolf, a ferocious pup, a spectral hunt caller, prey upon, Howl of the Hunt, with a thriving grove, and a bunch of forests. All right, so we got ourselves a Think Again. This is going to be a blue common. And this is going to have Alondra Sky Dreamer coming in as our rare. It's going to be valued around $6. Then we're going to see a Spectral Sailor, a Fairy Vandal, Neutralize, Lay Claim, Merfolk Pupil, the Mystic Skyfish, Teferi's Protege, Tome Anima, Steel Gaze Griffin, Starling Development, Hieroglyphic Illumination, and a Thriving Isle with a Desert of the Mindful, and then our islands. Okay, I thought something was weird there. Usually it's our gold-bordered land, and then we go straight into the regular lands, but in that particular theme, it was a little different. All right, this time we are going to see Raid. This is another common theme out of red. This is going to have a Glint Horn Buccaneer coming in as our rare, with a Bag of Holding as a second rare, Rigging Hunter, War Name Aspirant, a Lightning Axe, followed by a Daring Piracy, an Immersion Raider, Swaggering Corsair, Stormfleet Pyromancer, the Plundering Predator, the Keldon Raider with a Fire Cannon Blast, and a Thriving Bluff with our mountains in the back. And I will say this, the print quality on these cards is really good. The cards are really slick. The ink is bright. centering seems fine on every single box I've opened thus far. So kudos to Wizards for making a good card quality in this particular one. All right, so this one's going to be cycling. It's going to be a rare out of red. And we're going to see Yadaro Wandering Monster coming in with a Flame Blade Adept, a Rooting Moloch, Reptilian Reflection, Deem Worthy, followed by a Draneth Stinger, Prickly Marmoset, the Quakefoot Cyclops, Plundering Predator, Lava Serpent, Go for Blood, Shredded Sails, Forgotten Cave, and a Thriving Bluff with our basic lands. All right, 3 more themes to go. I would love to get one more Mythic just to break the record, or potentially tie it. I can't remember if we did see 5 and 1. We'll see. I'll go back and compare. All right, so we are going to see Multi-Headed. This is going to be a rare out of green, and it's going to contain a Benevolent Hydra coming in. This is going to be, even though this was a rare theme, this is a $14 card. So we are now up to 5 cards over $10. So this box is going to be awesome. So we get a Domesticated Hydra, Clockwork Hydra, a Feral Hydra, Hydra's Growth, Servant of the Scale, an Isilon Caryatid, a Fertilid, an Adventurous Impulse, Scale the Heights, Hunter's Edge, followed by a Soul's Might, then a Thriving Grove with our basic forests. Fantastic. I still can't believe all that value. I mean, that's almost enough to pay for the entire box. So if you're wondering if this is a good box, the answer is probably yes, but I encourage you to stay tuned for the box analysis anyway. I may do some sort of a comparative analysis. We'll see how much time it takes. So we got Law again coming out of white, just the common theme again, with an Archon of Justice. So we could have our first completely duplicate theme. Let's see. So we get a Magnanimous Magistrate, an Arrest, a Righteousness, a Valorious Stance, Gideon's Lawkeeper, the Bridge Patrol, Ancient Law, Midnight Guard, the Patrol, Verdict, and the Heath. Yeah, I believe that was going to be exactly the same as what we saw, and that can happen and has happened before. Just imagine if it happened in Urza's. All right, our last theme booster of this particular box. Get my trash out of the way. And let's see what this is going to be. All right, we're going to see Law again. Okay, so we could have a triplicate. We're going to see, we're going to see Isamaru, Hound of Kanda, coming in as our rare. So it's a little bit different. And behind that, we're going to see Michiku Kandu, Truth Seeker. This is going to be valued just over $1. And then we get the Magistrate, the Arrest, Murder Investigation, Edifice of Authority, Ninth Bridge Patrol, Ancient Law, Midnight Guard, the Patrol, the Other Patrol, Bring to Trial, the Thriving Heath, and our basic planes in the back. All right, fantastic. So I'll get everything sorted, organized, and be right back with the MTG box analysis. In today's MTG box analysis, we're going to review the Jumpstart 2022 themes, then we'll take a look at the cards available in the set and compare that to the cards that we saw in this box. Then we'll take a look at the set coverage by rarity, as well as duplication, and from a value perspective, we'll look at the set value as well as the actual value observed. Then we'll close it out with a summary. At the end of the video, I've also prepared a comparison of the 4 draft booster boxes opened thus far on the channel. If you want to go deeper into the analysis and see all of the metrics for this box, plus at least 80 others, simply join the channel at the Give Me the Data level. Let's start things off by taking a look at the 46 themes available in Jumpstart 2022. Each of the Colors of Magic features 2 mythic themes, 3 rare themes, and 4 common themes. And then there's 1 colorless theme called Urza, which is also a mythic. There's only a single variant of each mythic theme, 2 variants of each rare theme, and 4 variants of each common theme. And since there's 11 mythic themes, 15 rares, and 20 commons, the set features a total of 121 total variants. In this box, we saw 20 unique themes, with duplicates of Law, Merfolk, and Gross. Now that we know what themes we pulled, let's take a look at the cards that we saw in the box. This chart shows every single card that we saw in the box in green and the set in gray as the baseline. From a card perspective, we picked up 4 colorless, 70 white, 54 blue, 58 black, 45 red, 31 green, 26 artifacts, 38 non-basic lands, and 154 basic lands. From a coverage perspective, we saw 100% of the colorless and 94% of the basic lands, only missing the snow-covered island. From the primary colors of Magic, we saw between 22 and 35% of the cards, and in total, we saw 280 unique cards, giving us 34% coverage of the set. Pivoting to coverage by rarity, we saw 37% of the commons, 32% of the uncommons, and we also saw 24 unique rares for 20% coverage and 8 mythics for 25% coverage. From a theme variant perspective, we saw 16 common themes for 20% coverage, 4 rare themes for 13% coverage, and 4 mythic themes for 36% coverage. From a duplication perspective, the majority of the duplication was in the basic lands as expected. We ended up seeing 54 cards in total duplicated 200 times for a box duplication rate of 42%. However, if we back out those basic lands, only 39 cards from the main set were duplicated 61 times for a duplication rate of 19%. Now, before we take a look at the value that we saw in this box, let's baseline with a look at the market prices of the cards in the Jumpstart 2022 set. This chart shows all 834 cards in the set, and the values you're seeing are based upon market prices from February 22nd, 2023. Currently, the set features 12 cards valued over $10, with the top 2 being the Ash Coat of Shadow Swarm, valued at $39.04, and the Rhystic Study, valued at $41.74. The set also features 14 cards valued between $5 and $10, and 64 cards valued between $1 and $5. The remaining 744 cards are valued less than $1. If you were to add up the value of all 834 cards, you'd be looking at a market value of $650.13. Now let's take a look at the actual value that we saw in this box. I think we did pretty darn well seeing 5 of the 12 cards that are currently valued over $10 in the set, including the Goldspan Dragon at $13.34, the Karn Liberated at $13.77, the Benevolent Hydra at $14.61, the Walking Ballista at $14.65, and the Pirated Copy at $17.13. We also saw 4 of the 14 cards valued over $5 and 19 cards valued between $1 and $5. The remaining 452 cards, including 154 basic lands, were all valued less than $1. So how did this box perform? Well, I purchased this box from my local game store for $105. The current market price for these boxes is right around $101. Today's Jumpstart Booster Box contained 24 draft theme packs with 20 cards each, allowing us to see 480 total cards. The 24 theme tokens that we saw have a market value of $5.73. The 154 basic lands are currently valued at $15.28. The 198 commons are currently valued at $47.11. The 95 uncommons are valued at $36.08. The 25 rares are valued at $52.47. And the 8 mythics are valued at $60.78. Add it all up, and the grand total for this box comes up to be $211.72, which means that this box was a gain of $106.72 over my purchase price and a return of 202%. Now, for those of you interested in cards valued just over $2, the numbers look like this. In total, we saw 16 cards valued over $2 in this box, and they have a current combined value of $121.69, and they represent 57% of the total current box value. Anytime you can pull cards valued over $2 that exceed your purchase price, you've got a good box on your hands. Is this the best box we've opened on the channel? Let's see how this box stacks up to the 3 previous. Over the life of the set, I've paid different amounts for the boxes, however, they've all been within a few dollars of each other. From a coverage perspective, these boxes are very consistent, seeing 30 to 34% of the cards in the set in each box. What has varied are the number of themes. For the common themes, we've seen 16 common themes twice, but have also seen as high as 18 and as low as 14. From a rare theme perspective, I've now seen 4 twice, 5 once, and 8 once. And from a mythic perspective, I've now seen anywhere between 1 and 4 in a box. From a card perspective, the boxes have ranged between 23 and 28 rares and 4 to 8 mythics. I've gone back to all the previous box openings and adjusted the prices as of February 22nd, 2023. This way we can do a true apples-to-apples comparison. From a value perspective, the tokens and lands are generally producing around $21 in value per box. The commons have ranged between $25.41 and $48.54, with today's box coming in second place. The uncommons have ranged between $23.04 and $39.64. The rares are ranging between $37.67 and $94.67, with the December 12th box seeing the most because of a Ristic Study and a Walking Ballista. Finally, the Mythic category, today's box has shown the most value with $60.78, whereas the January 20th box only saw $18.02 in Mythic value. In the end, these four boxes have contained between $128.34 and $247.93 in total card value, putting these four boxes at an average rate of $191 in card value per box. All four boxes have returned a gain of at least $20 and as high as 238%. I hope you've enjoyed this look into 4 draft booster boxes of Jumpstart 2022. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up and feel free to comment on the video. Until next time, do something amazing.